Welcome to this video. This is the second video assessment for our class, and the topic is making decisions using if-else statements. Okay, so I created this program to simulate a person obtaining movie tickets from an automated system, and the program for this automated system has to decide if the user is old enough to watch the desired movie. Okay, so the top half of this program is just taking in information from the user. We need to know what is the user's age and what movie does the user want to see. And then we're going to take that data and we're going to store it in the two variables, movie name and age. The bottom half of this program is our if-else statements. This is where the program makes its decisions. Okay, so the structure of these if-else statements is based on a series of scenarios that we create that cover all the possible outcomes. Okay, the first scenario is designated by the if statement. Second scenario is designated by the first else if statement. And if you have more scenarios, then you'll have more else if statements, and that's known as chaining. Okay, within each scenario, you'll have a controlling expression and a substatement. The controlling expression is a combination of variables and logical operators and relational operators that make up the conditions that define this specific scenario. Okay, so if the conditions for this scenario are met, then the program will execute the substatement that is within this scenario. Once it executes the substatement, the program execution will move down past this group of if-else statements. In this case, that would be the end of the program. If the conditions of the scenario are not met, then the program execution will move to the next scenario. So we would move to this else if statement. Then the program would check the conditions of this scenario. If these conditions are true, then the program executes the substatement for this scenario. Okay, and then it just keeps moving down the list of statements in that order. Okay, so the way I structured this program, I realized that there were only two scenarios that resulted in the user not being able to watch the movie. And that would be if the user either wants to see Deadpool 2 or Predator and the user is less than 17, or the user wants to see Venom and the user is less than 13. Okay, so those two scenarios would result in the user being too young to watch the movie. All other scenarios would result in the user being old enough to watch the movie. Okay, so in these relational operators, there's another way to write these statements. I could have written if either of these conditions are met, and then within the if statement put another if and say if age is 17. Okay, so that's called nesting. And nesting helps us write more complex code, but these relational operators help us to simplify our code and kind of remove the need for nesting. So if you had something written in this kind of format here, it's equivalent to something that's written in this format here. Okay, so I'll run this program just to show you how it works. So let's say we want to see Deadpool 2, and we are underage, we're only 15, too young. Alright, but let's say we want to see Venom, and we're still 15, so we're old enough. There you go. Here's your ticket. Enjoy the movie. Okay, so that's how these programs make decisions, and that's how if-else statements work. And thank you for watching this video.